Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, everybody out there in Radio Land and YouTube, because we are simulcasting. Blog Talk is actually working. It's a miracle. Yes. So, good evening, or good afternoon, good morning, wherever or whenever you may be listening to us across the entire globe. Welcome to the Psychic Talk Radio Network. Welcome to the cafe, Psychic Cafe, where we're just going to hang out. So, get your coffee and tea. Actually, I have tea tonight. Grab your coffee or tea, pull up a chair, hang out. And my guest co-host tonight is Michelle Metheny.
Hi, everybody.
Michelle. And her hubby Dan is in the chat. Hi, Dan. Hope everything's going well for you. I do not see the video. He's just having all kinds of testicle difficulties tonight. Do you notice that?
He is. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, now I do. Yeah. Well, there's a huge delay. He's probably listening to you in the other room and hearing you live, but not realizing that, well, it takes several seconds, sometimes up to 10, 20 seconds before it hits YouTube.
Yeah.
And then Blog Talk has a couple of second delay too. So like when we're talking to someone on the phone lines, I noticed where like they register what we said after we said it, and like, I don't know, 1.5, 2, maybe 2.5 seconds have gone by. And sometimes, even though that doesn't sound like a long time, it is in radio, because it's all what you're hearing. And they're not, unless they're watching the YouTube, they're not seeing us. And even if they were watching the YouTube, there's the massive delay.
Right.
So the poor people calling in on the radio, like they don't know when we're going to talk. And so everybody keeps talking over each other. You probably have noticed that over the years. Like I'll say hello to them, and you'll hear them kind of come on, and then we'll say hello, and we're waiting for them to respond. And then, they're waiting, and then they say something. And then we say something, but there's a delay. So then they're like, can you hear me? It's like, yes, we've heard you from the very beginning. You just start talking. Yes. Open your mouth and start talking. Hey,
that's right.
You can come and have a great time with the screwed up delay yourself by dialing in at 714-816-4628. That's right. Yes. And if you're watching us live in the chat, besides chatting to us on YouTube, you can call in too. That's right. It's a simulcast. So 714-816-4628 to dial in. Something just weird happened on my board here. Sorry. All these technical things happen, and you guys are unaware of it, but it's distracting. It's like, stop it.
Right.
Damn board. We already have a couple of callers. Hey, welcome everybody. Yay. And by the way, if you're listening on radio, if you're dialed into the switchboard, you can join us in the chat. What you do is just open a new tab in your browser, type in psychic.cafe/live. That's psychic, like www.psychic.cafe/live. You don't need the www. I'm just saying that so you know what I'm talking about. It's a URL. Psychic.cafe/URL. Just said URL. Let me say it one more time. Psychic.cafe/live. That'll take you to the YouTube live, and you can see Michelle and I live on camera right here, and you can see the cards and everything. It's really cool. Yes. So you can join us over here. Now, of course, if you're on the phone lines and you join us on YouTube, remember to turn off the sound on the player on YouTube. Otherwise, you'll hear us double. Remember that delay I was telling you about? You'll hear us
Mm.
double, and it'll be really hard to talk to you on the phone, you know. And we love talking on the phone. We finally got the phone lines back. They've been hiatus for a while, and we've had all kinds of issues with Blog Talk. Cross our fingers, it seems to be working. And but if you can't call in, you can always jump in the chat, like we just said, psychic.cafe/live, and you can put your question right in the chat.
Hi, Sean. How are you doing?
Sean's in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's girl Sean, by the way, guys.
Yes.
Yeah. Even
Yes.
though she spells it SHWN on YouTube, just like our caller, Sean.
Right.
I wonder if he's going to call in tonight.
Oh, maybe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. So here we are on a Wednesday. So exciting. I get to be with Michelle and Dan. Okay, I'll include Dan because
Yeah.
he gets all upset, if he's not included in things. I've noticed that about Dan. Yes, we've noticed that about Dan. So how is everything going, by the way? You,
Hmm.
your mouth, Dan, the brood, how's everything going?
Hectic as usual. The mouth is healed pretty well. I have new dentures. I am still working on the bottom plate, but the top plate is in. So I am moving forward. Um, Dan is
You're looking,
crazy on
you
a good
know,
day.
you know, you you look and sound like Roseanne Barr with a bunch of food in her mouth right now. Yeah. Just say it. It's like ever since you redid your mouth, you have this, different cadence with your speech and
I
everything.
know. Gotta learn how to talk.
Mm-hmm.
And when I get the bottoms in, it'll be even better.
Well, I sing, and so not only do I do this with the microphone here, but I also sing with a microphone. And when and if I ever have to do that, I'm really worried because, I mean, it's not just your vocal cords, the resonance and everything that happens with singing and
Right?
talking, it has to do with the
Mhm.
mouth, the mouth,
Yeah.
throat, the upper
Position of the tongue.
position of the tongue, the teeth, everything, um I got to find some singers out there that have had to, switch to dentures and see, how did you guys like even learn to sing again? It's like
It,
I
it's a
just can't
learning
imagine that.
process,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and it's gonna take time. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been to therapists, speech therapists before, and vocal coaches and things like that. So I might have to go back to a vocal coach. You know, Ellie the
Mhm.
Moonchild's in there. Ellie's going to be my guest
Ellie.
co-host tomorrow.
Yay.
Yes. Hello, Michelle and Dax. Hi, Ellie. Thanks for popping in there. And we got Sean. It's pretty quiet in the chat. So anybody, if you want to pop in there, uh, if you're listening live and you can call in again, 714-816-4628. As soon as you get through, press 1 on your dial pad. That raises your white, skinny little alien hand. I literally, that description is what it looks like on the switchboard next to your line. If you push 1, it puts this skinny little white hand up there. It looks like an alien. And that's how we know you want to be live on air with us. So press 1. We already have a couple callers in there, so we're going to be going to the phone lines next. First of all, real quick, I pulled cards for today's show, and I got 10 of Swords and 5 of Cups. Yes, so there's something going on that's completely over and dead with. Completely over. It's dead. It's like beating a dead horse kind of thing. I mean, look, 10 swords in the back is overkill, folks. sometimes this shows up, maybe somebody out there is having back surgery, but really what I think is going on here is the dawn, especially with this card, the crying over spilt milk card, something's over, you're not happy with it. It could be a relationship, it could be a business project or a whole business or career or something like that. But look, the sun is dawning in the background here, right? So, this is a transitional card. You're transitioning. And if you look at the crying over spilt milk card, there's two cups upright behind the person. All they have to do is turn around. And if they turn around, they'll see the cups and they'll be able to go over this bridge, over the river of life to their goal, which is over here, this building, probably a castle or house or whatever. But yeah, that's what's going on. It's like you're all emotional about this, but in reality, this is, even if it seems bad, it's actually a blessing in disguise, whether it's a relationship or a job ending or whatever's going on. There's, a bunch of you in this situation right now. That's why it's showing up. And I'm telling you, the way out of these things is to focus on the positive. What do you want? Just keeps coming back to that. What do you want? What do you want? Everybody's focused, they're like that five of cups, Michelle. They're focused on the emotion and the, oh, always me, and the crying over spilled milk and all, and instead every change is neutral. We label it positive or negative. All we have to do is label it in our minds neutral and then go, what does this allow us to do? What can I do now that I couldn't do because whatever the situation is? You just broke up. Hello, that means you get to go out and meet new people and have fun and enjoy yourself and not be tied down, and lots of opportunity there.
Yes.
Lost the job. Hey, that's the universe saying it's time to forget the job, forget the muggle jobs, create your own value. What big problem can you solve with your skill set that a lot of people have? As soon as you figure that out, you've created value. Now you've got something you can sell, whether you put it in the form of working with clients or a book, a podcast, YouTube like this, radio show, a website you build, a course you create. It's endless. So
Yes.
look for the positive in this transition, because I know there's a bunch of you going through a transition right now. Otherwise, we wouldn't have got those cards. Yeah. Did you pull any cards, Michelle?
You know, and it's just so funny. I really got such a response to what you just said. So there is some hidden knowledge to be found.
Mm.
So as the change is coming,
Look.
now is the time to find that hidden knowledge, whether it's about yourself, about someone else. But if it's a change, it's going to be about yourself. And then I got the key. So that really explains that. You got the key, which means you have to unlock that. You are the one that has to
Oh,
unlock yourself to find that hidden knowledge in yourself. And then with that, I have the sun card. And you have that hope inside of you. You have that inspiration and the ability to take the change inside of yourself and take it for the positive.
mm.
And so that's what I have.
That's a nice deck. The Lenny cards, folks. The Learn 'em on. Learn 'em
Yes.
on.
Learn them on.
And we're
This
gonna
is
tell
the
you in just a little bit.
old style.
We're gonna we're gonna be telling you shortly. Okay, old style, learn them on. I like how sometimes you just want a subdued deck that's not like all over the place and the colors and everything, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I said hi to Shar. Daxie dude,
Hi,
how's it
Charlotte.
going? Charlotte's in there. Hi, Shar. Yeah, yeah. And Charlotte was my guest co-host on Monday. If you missed that show, go listen in
Did.
archive. And let's see. What else was I going to say? Okay, Ellie tomorrow, and we're going to tell you in a little bit about, we got some great stuff in store for you for Saturday because it's Michelle's Mystic Corner coming up
Yay.
again. Yes, let's go over to the phone lines and take a few phone calls here. It looks like area code 216 been waiting the longest. 216, are you there? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Ohio.
What's your name, hon?
Karen.
Karen from Ohio.
Karen with an S. Yes,
Sharon?
Yes, ma'am.
Sharon.
Yeah, it's
Hi,
Sharon.
Sharon.
Okay, we got it. What do you want to chat about?
Well, it's raining out. My dog is petrified. You know how animals are in the rain. Okay, question. All I'm asking you, can you see like what's coming up in my job in like the next 60 to 90 days? Is that specific enough for you?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we are going to draw some cards for you. Okay.
Thank you.
So what I have.
I just learned another skill.
Okay. I love learning new skills. It is actually a lot of fun. So I got, for the next 60 days, I got the fox and the man. Okay.
Oh my.
Now, the fox in my deck represents a sly person, a very smart person, and someone that knows how to take care of themselves. And so also with a very masculine sense of doing things. So over the next 60 days, I would say that is how you need to approach your work, is with a very self-care sort of view. Is this job working for you? Is this job benefiting you? Is this job bringing you down? And then in 60 days, we have the crossroads, which means there is a decision to be made. And so over the next 30 days, okay, we have two more cards. Okay. So here's your 90 days. We have the dog and the mountain, which is telling me you are going to be at a point where you are feeling really loyal to this job. However, there's a lot of obstacles that are going to be thrown at you over into the 60 to 90 day period. So what you're going to want to do is really look at the crossroads, the decisions, okay, and really decide, are these obstacles worth climbing, or is it time to look for another job? Because the obstacles is going to be what is going to be your, is this too far? Is this too much for you to handle? And that's where you have to decide, is your loyalty going to stay with the company or with yourself?
Yeah, I would never leave the company. I want to retire there. I could maybe go to a different department and post for that, but I would never leave the company.
And that's where I see the loyalty. And so I just see a lot of obstacles But I think you can overcome them because I also got the bouquet, which means I feel like you will be appreciated if you stick with the um, loyalty and overcome the obstacles.
So you didn't see me getting a new position there, huh? That's what I was wondering.
I think that is going to be a decision that you will have to come to between you and your bosses, because that's where the crossroads come in. Because I think that's going to be, I think it is going to be an opportunity, but it's going to be a decision that's going to be really hard for you to decide if you want it or not.
Hope that helped you out. Thanks for the call,
Yeah.
Sharon.
Interesting. Well, thank you very much for the answer. I greatly appreciate it.
Yes, thanks for calling in. Enjoy the rest of your evening and the rest of the week. It's hump day here.
Yeah.
Awesome sauce. But let's see. Got a question from Sean in the chat. We're going to take another phone call first, but I just wanted to let everybody know, Michelle, in the chat, Sean actually remembered from Monday and did it the right way. So there's the emoji button where it says chat on YouTube. You can type it in. There's an emoji button. If you push that, it's got these really colorful emojis. And there's this big hand, and it's kind of like a pinkish color.
Yeah.
And so what we decided on Monday, so we could spot your questions easier in the chat, when you have a question, go ahead and put the pink hand emoji and then type out your question. Or if you want something general, put the pink hand emoji and say, can I have a message from the universe or something like that? Pull a card for me, please. Yes, the P word does go a long way. Yes, and I'm going to take this minute of break real quick to remind everybody to subscribe, because we always forget. We're really coming along with our watch hours and everything, and it's fantastic. We're well over 500 subs. So that's the first tier of the getting monetized. There's 500 and there's 1,000. You don't get AdSense to 1,000, but we're not counting on AdSense anyway. Small channels shouldn't worry about, AdSense. We're more interested in getting the super chats that you get at 500, along with membership and things like that. And okay, I wanted to, let's see. Oh, I know. I wanted to send people to the coffee page. It's scrolling in the white scroll text down here, but I'll pop it up here real quick. Psychic.cafe/coffee. If you open a new tab in your browser and you type in psychic.cafe/coffee, you can send us a cup of coffee. Yeah, maybe you're just enjoying the shows. You want to send some love. Maybe you got a good reading, something like that. But also, it works, has a little trick to it. If you buy us a cup of coffee and let us know in the chat, we'll take your question first or your call first. So if you call in and you're like down in the caller queue, like number 10, number 12, number 15, we may or may not get to you. If you go to psychic.cafe/coffee, buy us a cup of coffee, then come over to the YouTube live, psychic.cafe/live, get into the chat there, type in, hey, this is Fred, area code 619, just bought you a cup of coffee. Guess what? We stop everything we're doing. We go right to your call, and we'll spend more time with you as well. And by the way, this also works for the chat. So if you have a question in chat, maybe your question is down in the chat towards the bottom, like 5, 10 deep, 15 deep, something like that. If you want to make sure that we get to your question and no waiting, we get to your question right away, go over to psychic.cafe/coffee and let us know in the chat. And we'll take your question first, right away, no waiting, and spend more time with you. We'll even let you ask more than one question, which we never do. It's one question to a customer. Yes. And I'm pulling cards right now for Sean. But in the meantime, we're going to go over to area code 475. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from? 475.
Sean, Stamford, Connecticut.
And I was right. I knew you were going to be there, Sean.
Hi, Sean.
And do you know?
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Hey, Sean. Do you know that the Sean in chat on our YouTube is Shawnette, and she spells, but she does Sean for short, and she spells it the way you spell it?
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to pop off for a second. And speaking of the other Sean, I'm going to work on her message. And Michelle is going to take your call, Sean.
Thank you very much.
So, what is your question?
I was wondering because a lot of people said to me recently that I'm a healer, so I wonder if I should be focusing more of my energy on such a field at this point.
And you wanted to ask if you should focus on what again?
On more on like healing, energy work, and things of that nature.
Reiki. Take Reiki. Yeah, I'm a 33 life path, and it's master teacher, which is mostly what I've done, but it's also master healer. And that's why I studied hypnotherapy, Reiki. Emotional freedom technique is great too. EFT, that's energy healing as well. I would just do them all myself.
Well, I have friends who are Reiki masters, so I'm definitely done that. I'm definitely down that path already.
Okay, let's see what's coming up in the card. I would suggest, my favorite is hypnosis, NLP, EFT.
Well, I got Clover. The first card I got is Clover, which is little joys in this one. I also got the Sun card, which is hopes and intuition. And I got the Child card, which is about innocence and connecting with your higher self. So what I'm getting here is that there are some great opportunities available, and you have the intuition, and it is absolutely accurate to want to get into the healing aspect, and that's where the Child card is showing up. It is saying that now is the time to dig into the healing, because children have an innocence about them, and they can heal you with just a laughter. So healing is such an innocence and a beautiful thing. So dig into that dig into your higher power, start meditating, and definitely start taking those classes, because now is the time to get into that. So I hope that was helpful. Yes. 3 very positive
Also,
cards.
I want to recommend a movie too. I also want to recommend a movie as well, and this goes back to 2000, and it's called The Cell. It stars Jennifer Lopez, Vince Vaughn, and Vince D'Onofrio. Now, for some people here, this may be a little much because of some of the content, but it's an amazing movie, visually, artistically, and in the opening scenes, you may notice, if you've seen it, that Jennifer Lopez actually looks like an angel at one point.
I'm going to have to watch that movie.
Yeah, basically, imagine the idea where you can go inside the mind of another person through a computer system, what I'll call a mental landscape, where you can feel, sense, and experience another person.
Very interesting, yeah.
It's so funny that he mentions the angels, and I was in the background just popping up Maria Moss's Angel Practitioner Handbook, and there's the link to go grab it, psychic.cafe/angel book. And I'm just putting that up there just to pop things on the screen while you're talking to Sean, and Sean starts to talk about angels, and I'm like, what? Talk about synchronicities there, Sean.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Well, we're all part of the same team here, I think.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, we
Yeah.
are.
And I'm gonna and Michelle, I'm gonna send you some Reiki tonight because I know you've been dealing with a lot in recent, with your friend and all. So I'm gonna make sure that I send you a little more Reiki tonight.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
I
Sean.
greatly appreciate it, Sean.
Thanks for the call.
You're welcome.
We'll talk to you next time here on Psychic Talk Radio. That opens another line at 714-816-4628. Remember to press 1 on your dial pad as soon as you get through. 714-816-4628. I think I scared the people down there at Blog Talk. I was like, we've fracking been with you for fracking 14 years, and you can't get your system to work, and we're spending all this money on it. Anyway, I was pissed. Oh my God. I was ready to throw it out altogether. But, speaking of angels, some people like Maria and Charlotte and everybody talked me into giving it one more try. So we're giving it one more try, and so far, so good. Yeah. Yeah. I also in addition to Maria's angel handbook, I wanted to mention one of our members, Pam Richards, has a book out. Actually, she's had it out for, since last year, but it's still new to me, but she's got this fantastic group on Facebook, like 65,000 people, or is it 46,000 people? I can't remember. Anyway, it's a ridiculous amount of people, in just months that she's, gotten on there. And Understanding Tarot is what it's called. And I'm going to give you the URL, which of course is psychic.cafe/understanding tarot. Yes, we try to make our URLs easy to remember and short and simple. That's why I love our URL, psychic.cafe, and the website's called Psychic Cafe. I mean, that is just so cool. Yeah, and it makes for really short URLs, which is awesome. Psychic.cafe/understanding tarot. Go and grab her book. Join her Facebook group as well. We post all of our shows and all of the Tarot Guild stuff and our workshops and things going on at the cafe, and great articles and videos that are going on in the cafe, and things from Psychic Talk, things from the Tarot Guild on there as well. So yeah, go check that out. Awesome sauce. And while I'm talking about it, come over to the website, psychic.cafe. It's free to join. It's like Facebook, has all the same features, groups and instant messaging and events. And I mean, it's a social media networking platform. It's not just a website. But none of that negative stuff you get on Facebook, the constant ads, the constant distractions, the negative stuff. Yeah. This time it's all psychic, all tarot, numerology, spirituality on psychic.cafe. Yes. Okay. So got some more phone calls coming in. Well, first of all, let's take care of Sean's question in here.
All right.
Is S going to sponsor my program? What does he think of me? Okay, so this is what's going on with that. First of all, the whole thing starts with the Star card and ends with the Six of Pentacles. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. It's so perfect. 6 is success. All right. It looked, and literally the Hope card, which is card 17. 1 + 7 is 8. There are 8 stars in the night sky there. Each of the stars has 8 rays shining off of it. I mean, come on, folks. It's like, what this is saying, though, because I got the Hanged Man in the beginning with the star. there might be a little delay in this, Sean. And the big thing is you got to be careful. You can't slip into the negative stinking thinking, worrying about, oh, is it going to happen? Is he going to sponsor me? Blah, blah, blah. You can't do that because the delay has not, has really nothing to do with you, and the star card is showing up to say, maintain your optimism, because that's part of the law of attraction. Optimism is like gratitude, where it helps you attract in. You need to be focused not on anything that happens, not with the delay. You need to be focused in on attracting in the sponsorship. And, I don't know what it's about, don't need to know, but also this is a thinking outside the box card. What could you be doing to ensure this happens? But the main thing is focusing on what you want. Then in the middle here, I get, okay, you're going to get a message on this soon. The Knight of Cups shows up. I really think this is going to be emotionally satisfying for you. But this is the deal with this S person, Sean. Three of Swords. Okay, so this person has been fracked over in the past. Okay, so they're very hesitant. And Four of Swords, another thinking outside the box card. It's like they're taking time to evaluate the situation. But then you end up with the Six of Pentacles, which is, often the meaning of this card is very akin to being sponsored. He's giving alms to the poor. He is sponsoring them. That's literally what's going on in this card, Plus 6 is success. I really think you're going to get it. Just don't lose focus. Don't focus on, if it doesn't happen real quick, don't focus on that lack. Focus on what you want, how it's going to be when it happens. I hope that helps you out. I'm going to look a little bit more. I swear we're getting crossed lines, and it doesn't matter, Michelle, whether it's you as my guest co-host or Charlotte, even Pamela. It doesn't happen so much with Ellie, but I hear other voices in the background. And then when we go and listen to the recording after the show, we can hear these voices. So it's like we have crossed lines somewhere. And believe me, with the way all of this is jury rigged between, Psychic Talk, on Blog Talk, connected to Zoom, connected to the YouTube, connected to, everything else, and trying to make this work. Hey, we're the only people doing this with, Blog Talk and YouTube Live. We had, there's people that do the radio with the phone lines on Blog Talk. There's folks that do YouTube Lives. Almost nobody's doing both at the same time. Simulcasting.
So can I tell you that while you were talking, I drew some cards. And
you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to wait till the next question, damn it.
I know. But check it out. We got the star card.
The star card.
Oh, it gets so much better.
I was trying to figure out why you were giggling. I was like, would she put her mic on mute and stop giggling over there?
So there is, like you were saying, there is hope in this situation. We can see where this could possibly turn out. But I see where S needs to look at his resources and check out all the research he needs to do. And then, like you were saying, here he comes. You got the Knight, but I also got the Rider coming in with the message. But he's coming in nice and slow, and he is facing the other direction, which is telling me that's why he has to take his time to do the research and collect all his resources.
I can't believe you got someone on a horse like I got the knight. That is crazy.
It's the exact same spread almost.
And the star, only it's in Lenormand.
It is.
Yeah. Oh my God. That is just so cool. Hey, more people popping in chat. I gotta
Oh,
mention,
woohoo!
I gotta say hello to Griselda is in there.
Hello, Griselda.
And
Katie.
Glennis from
Glennis.
Australia. Good morning from
Good morning,
Australia.
Glennis.
Hello down under. As soon as I saw Glennis, right away, the first thing that popped in my head was Glennis McCants, the numbers lady. I think she was she was one of the first numerologists that I learned numerology from. Like this is going back, 25, 30 years. Anyway, I used to hear her on like Coast to Coast AM on the radio, and see her on TV shows and everything. Glenn Cants. Yeah. I don't know if she's Australian too. I'm not sure. Ellie says spooky. And then she said background, and she's going like this: background noises. No, she's doing background voices. Why is there background voices? What is going on here? Anyway, okay, we're going to go back to the phone lines here. 929's been waiting the longest. Hello, area code 929. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Stacy. How are you, Dax?
Hi, Stace.
Stacy, we're good. How are you?
Back again.
Yes, I am back. How's everything going?
Really, really good. Things have been going well. How's everything been going with you?
Everything is going. I mean, it seems like everything is going on at one time, but I'm just, doing one thing at a time.
Right.
So, I have a question for you. It's in regards to a legal matter that I have, because I know I have a case. So, I'm trying to figure out, what do the cards say, for example? Like, will I be able to get help from a law student? When you go to like one of these law schools, they offer services to people, or do you see me still finding a lawyer?
A lot of the times you can also go down to your court, and they either have it right there, or they have information on, I forget what they call it, but it's legal help. There's a legal help thing, and lawyers get their pro bonos in that way. They go and give their services at the legal services center, and a lot of times those service centers are right in the actual court. Not always. Sometimes they're in a different building, but a lot of times they're actually, like where I'm at, it's like right in the court building there, and you can get help. But let's see. Michelle's going to pull some cards for you, and we're going to see what comes up.
So the first card
I want to get this settlement. Sorry.
Okay. So the first card I got is the Heart card. And the Heart card is about commitments and contracts. So whether you get a lawyer or someone from legal aid, you're going to have to commit yourself to signing a contract with a lawyer or a pro bono. But I also got the Sun card, and that is saying that this looks good for getting legal counsel from legal aid or from a student, maybe from one of the colleges. We also got the Letter card, which is saying there's information. So if you go to a student or legal aid, you need to make sure you have all the information at your fingertips, because even though it's the lawyer's job to do a lot of the research, if they are going to do this for free or for a discounted price, you got to do a lot of the legwork. And then I got the Tower card.
Okay.
And in my deck, the Tower card is saying there's a government, or there is a court, or some sort of, thing that's coming up, and you can win. So that's what the Sun card. Now, there's the Sun card with the Tower card. You can win this legal case. But again, make
Okay.
sure you have all your ducks in a row, and make sure you sign a contract. Even if it is for free, you make sure you get everything in writing. So I hope that is
Okay.
helpful for you.
That's very helpful. Okay, so I'll make a list. Okay, because I know I see myself winning. I see it.
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks
Sounds
for the call,
awesome.
Stacy.
Thank you, Stacy.
We'll chat with you next time that you call
Okay, thank you.
in. Yeah, maybe this weekend even. You never know. We'll see what happens. Oh, we have more people coming in. Chelpy. It looked like Chelsea, but when I looked at it fast, but it's CHEL and PEA. So I'm going Chelpy or Chilpy. I don't know how to pronounce that, Chelpy, so I'm going to say Chelpy. And she's got a question. Cat fight.
Cat fight?
Again, I don't know how to pronounce that. I always call her Cat, one of our newer regulars. Yeah. So Cat's got a question in there as well. Then we've got an unpronounceable name because it's written in Cyrillic. I think that's Cyrillic. It's Russian or one of those.
Something. Yeah.
Anyway, they got a question in there, and so yeah, and Glynis has a question. We'll be back with all those questions in just a second, and we still got phone calls. Oh my god! And we only got 15 minutes left, Michelle. Okay, so I already pulled cards for. Oh crap! Now which one was it? Okay, I already pulled cards for one of the questions, so I'm gonna have you do the other one. Like I pulled cards for Chelpy.
Okay.
About her boss, but that was before I noticed that Kat had a question. So if you want to grab Kat's, which is right under when Dan says hello, Stacy, on the phone line, and then we're going to go back to phone lines after that. But in the meantime, stay with me here, Michelle, because
Okay.
I want to talk about a few things with the shows, especially your show coming up. Here's some cool stuff, folks. So guess what? Just today, this video was sent to me by Catherine Hahn. She's back.
Woohoo!
Yay! And she did it on Soul in Your Purpose, because she's doing Mind, Body, Soul. Actually, it's Body, Soul, Mind, I think, because all that's left is Mind, which she's doing for this month. But she's getting out some pre-recorded shows. You guys all know she was on hiatus for a while, had some health problems, had all kinds of logistical problems. Well, she sent this in, and guess what? It's up on the website. Go over to psychic.cafe, and right there in the community feed, scroll down, and you'll see this this very picture here, this banner. And it'll actually be the video, and you can click and listen to her message. It's quite short. It's only 26 minutes. It's not like a full show or anything because it's a pre-recorded. So go check that out. And she's going to be doing like one or two more of these, and then getting into the Mind series of shows. Very exciting stuff. Very exciting stuff. Oh, and this other thing I wanted to, let me go over to the website here real quick. And I'm going to share the screen. So Michelle, let me know if you're seeing this and everything. Okay. Yeah. It requires a little like moving things around and resizing windows, because YouTube doesn't, not YouTube, I'm sorry. Zoom does not like to keep all the buttons up there where you can actually frickin' use the buttons. So you have to like read.
Right.
It's a pain in the ass. Here we go. Share screen, and we're going to share this. You getting that? Everybody getting that?
Yes.
Awesome sauce. So this is the website. This is Psychic Cafe. And I just wanted to show you, if you scroll down here, There it is. She's back. And you can play the video right here.
Hello, beautiful soul.
It's awesome. But I wanted to show you this too. This is something else. Okay. Catherine has a group called All Things Spiritual Virtual Book and Audio Book Club. Do you see that, Michelle?
Yep.
And she just posted this. The virtual meeting is going to be on June 26th, 1 p.m. Central. So that's, I think, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, just like some of our shows, like the weekend shows time. And
Nice.
they're getting started on this. And she has some polls down here, you know, when's the best times and everything. And I guess Wednesday's one out, afternoon and evenings. So I guess that's what they're going with. If it was me, I would have done a Sunday. I mean, it's just the middle of the week. But anyway, you guys can hash it out, because guess what? You can go over here and join, and it's psychic.cafe/book club. Just type in psychic.cafe/book club. And I actually have that URL. I'm going to grab it and put it into, here's our chat here. Going to, well, I'm going to try to get the, oh, I know what's going on. I forgot to turn off the emojis. There we go. Yep,
there it is.
Pop that in. So come over here and join this club. And the first one up, by the way, is The Power of Now by 50%.
Yeah, I have to get the book. I thought I had it and I don't.
On this first post right here, guys, this first post where she tells you about the virtual meeting, right here in the comments, grab a copy. I have the link right there.
Oh, it's sweet. Okay.
Yeah. And if you buy it through the affiliate link, it helps us at Psychic Cafe, because we get a little kickback. Not a lot, but, you know, little something.
Hey, every little bit. Yeah.
Every little bit helps, right? Right. So we're very excited about that, and excited to have Catherine Hahn back on the shows.
Yes.
Even if they're not live right away, she'll be back eventually live. But right now she's doing pre-recorded shows, and I'm hoping she'll do some guided meditations like she does. Right, Michelle?
Yes, I love when she does those. It is so nice to come on and sit there and hear her meditations and do those. And then it's just so peaceful. I really enjoy it.
And on Saturday, remember when Maria was with us last Saturday? She announced her Memorial Day sale, and that's coming up. The sale's already going on, but the Memorial Day is coming up, obviously. And I just wanted to give her another shout out. 50% off her certified angel practitioner course. This is actually something that Sean could take. And it's normally $222, the angel number 222. And now it's half off, $111, 111, the angel number 111. Go over to mariagmoss.com. There's a free preview on there. Go check that out. And as I mentioned earlier, tomorrow, Ellie Moonchild is going to be back. I know a lot of people, you know, Ellie has fans, Michelle. You know, you have fans. Ellie has fans. And so, you know, they love it when she's on. And it's like, she's been lately popping on every Thursday, folks. Now,
yes.
I know she's going to a concert or something in a couple of weeks. And I think,
no.
Yeah, I think Charlotte is going to be guest co-hosting on that Thursday. If you want to pop in, you know, I was going to say, Michelle, you could pop in on that Thursday too, and we could all fill in for Ellie, because it takes three of us to fill in for Ellie. I'm just saying.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Okay, now the big announcement, everybody out there, and I hope you guys have your YouTube going, because I'm really excited about this. Michelle's Mystic Corner.
Yes.
Join us for a journey through all 36 Learn 'em On cards. It's the Lennies, yes, featuring Ciro Marchetti's Gilded Reverie Learn 'em On. And that's what you see over here on the left. And you see some of the cards in the box. And this is apparently, I've heard a little birdie told me once that it's Michelle's favorite Learn 'em On deck.
It is. It is my favorite. And the secret is he actually has 44 cards in his deck.
Oh, more than 36. Ooh, we get to see
Yeah.
four. I can't wait to see the 4 mystery cards. You're going to have to tell us which ones are not part of the normal deck.
Oh, I will. Oh, you'll see they are beautiful.
But this is the thing, folks. Michelle's focusing on Lenny's. That's why she's doing most of the readings with Lenny's on the shows and stuff like that, because she's working on her own book and going to be doing her own deck and her own workshop and maybe even a course. So be looking for that free workshop to come out soon. All of our premium members of the guild, premium members at Psychic Cafe, are going to be able to take that free workshop. And she's working on that in the background. I'm also working with Pamela on like 3 different things. Oh my God. We were talking about life coaching today. And, you know, we still want her to do that Steel Wizard Tarot certification.
Yes.
Anyway,
so,
but we had on one of the Michelle's Mystic Corners, Michelle, you talked all about Learn 'em On and, you know, some of the different styles that Learn 'em On readers use, laying the cards out and a little bit. But I thought it would be really cool to one by one go through all the cards, kind of like a mini workshop.
yes.
And I made the suggestion and Michelle loved it. So we're doing it this Saturday, May 25th, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. London. What was it you were going to say?
So, yes, 2 of the cards on this 3, 4, 5. So all 5 of the cards that were on that picture there are all extra cards.
Let's take a look, a closer look.
37, 38, 39, 40, and 43.
Oh, I should have known by the numbers. Yeah, well, you know, I got to tell you that dice, the dice card there, that one really popped out at me. And I did not know that it was one of the ones he added. I assumed it was a regular Lenny card because doesn't it make so much sense that you should have a dice card?
Yes.
See, I think it just makes a lot of sense.
And that's why I really want to eventually get and add all of his cards into my deck because he has some amazing cards. So that dice card.
So are you talking about doing your own deck and in that deck use some of his card ideas to add cards to the 36 in your Michelle's Learn 'em On deck?
Yes.
Yes, I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
And this is about, you know, the dice is about taking risks. And, you know, I love that. It's about taking that leap of faith. It's the gambler's card. So this is a beautiful card.
It could mean a lot of things like take the chance, take a gamble. I mean, there's so much you could do with that, right? Well, more on that this Saturday. All you guys are just going to have to join us or listen to the replay.
Yep.
Awesome sauce. And then following that on Sunday, instead of a show, we're doing our bi-monthly or bi-weekly or every other Sunday. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, I don't know.
4 Sundays. Yes. We have a live Zoom discussion and Q&A. And this is your opportunity. You know, these shows are great. You can always ask anything you want, you know, not just personal questions. You know, we're doing all these readings, but you can ask actual questions about how does tarot work? How does numerology work? How do I calculate my life path? How do I do this? How do I do that in tarot? You know, what about this spread? Maybe you're taking my course, Tarot by the Numbers, and you're stuck in the course somewhere and you have questions, you know, and how to do a report and things like that. You might also have questions about how to use our new website, psychic.cafe. You may have questions about becoming a host on Psychic Talk. So you can ask all those questions on these live shows, but what's different about these Zooms is it's more intimate and private. We can spend more time going, you know, in depth into your questions, you know, into the answers for you. So anything you have questions about the Tarot Guild, becoming a member, becoming a certified tarot reader, certified tarot master, certified tarot professional. We also have certified psychic advisor if you're not a card reader or tarot reader, or maybe you're a card reader but not a tarot reader, or maybe you're like a psychic medium or a clairvoyant or an animal communicator and you'd rather the title certified psychic advisor. We do that now at the Tarot Guild as well. So come over to psychic.cafe/Zoom at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern this Sunday coming up, Sunday the 26th. And thereafter, it's every second and fourth Sundays. We don't do a show. We do this private Zoom. And by the way, the link, it doesn't change. Psychic.cafe/Zoom. That's all you ever have to remember. And lastly, yep, going to mention the coffee page again, psychic.cafe/coffee. If you're enjoying the shows, if you want to send us some love, go over and grab us a cup of coffee. Awesome sauce.
Yes.
Alrighty. So we took Stacy's call. I think we still have a call. 352, I think, is on there. Area code 352. Are you there? Caller, what's your name? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Joanna. I'm calling from Florida.
Okay, you're breaking up really bad. I heard Florida, but I didn't catch your name.
Joanna.
Is it Joanne?
Joanna, yeah. Can you hear me? I'm sorry if it's breaking up.
It's breaking up really, really bad, hon. I don't even know if we're going to be able to get your question, but let's try. What's your question
Can you
for
hear
us?
me now?
It's a little better. Yeah.
Okay. I found out some more information regarding things that my sister was dishonest about and things she withheld from me regarding my father's estate. And I was so upset. I blocked her on everything yesterday, and I was like, I just can't go through this anymore. And I don't think there's like a peaceful resolution anymore at this point. So I would say my question is, what do you see like the outcome of my relationship with my sister? Because at this point, I'm ready to walk away.
Okay.
That's a hard one.
That is.
Yes.
Okay. So I got the whip and the garden, which is representing that you do want to cut something away. That is where the whip comes in. You're wanting to clear something away. But I also got the garden, which is representing a meeting place. So I feel like maybe you need to set up one last meeting with your sister, because I also got the bear card, and the bear is telling us, you know, you're going to need strength, because we also got the dog, and the dog is representing loyalty, family. Okay. So before you go clearing away, take one last opportunity to try to meet with your sister and really sit down and talk with her. Lay it out on the line. That's what the garden is about. Really lay out all of your feelings and let her lay out all of her feelings, and just use your strength and your compassion. And with the whip, clear away the negativity that you both have and try to possibly rebuild before you completely clear away the relationship.
Okay.
And that's what the cards are telling us today.
Thank you
And I hope
so
that
much.
is helpful for you.
That is helpful because I'm like, right now, I'm like, I just need to take a step back because once you say something, you can't take it back. So I'm like, let me take a step back right now.
Right. Well, good luck and let us know how it goes. Thank you. Are you still there, Dax?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. I was talking all that time and I thought you heard me. I'm
Nope.
sorry. Yeah. No, I was saying goodbye. I said thanks for the call. I said a whole bunch of things. I'm surprised you didn't hear me though. Yeah, because that was weird because I could have sworn I heard a back and forth like you were hearing me. Anyway, really weird stuff. Okay, so I got to start all over from scratch because I said a whole bunch of things. So okay, going back to the phone lines and what it was what was just being talked about I can't remember exactly what was said. I didn't even quite get it. Was her name Joanne or not? I mean,
Joanna, yeah,
I don't know.
reaching out to
It
her
was
sister.
so hard to understand. Anyway, she was all messed up, and I mean, it was all jumbled. What's the word for it? In the beginning,
Missing hit. Yeah.
yeah, it was coming in and out the voice. I couldn't understand, and she said about what you say you can't take back, and it's for me that's more about listening. And there was this thing, and I'm trying to find it in the chat here. God damn it, where was it? Oh, here it is. Charlotte's like, one day I hope to learn to be a quiet person. Maybe when you come from a big family you just don't stand a chance. And I said, sometimes becoming a quiet person, quote unquote, is merely learning to become a good listener. And that's part of similar to what Joanna was saying, and that's a clue for her, is that she should listen more than she speaks and see how that helps her out. And I also mentioned to Charlotte, I have spiritual coaching, life coaching on the brain today, because I was talking to Pamela a lot about it, and I got her set up with Steve Jones's life coaching course to take. Got her a great deal on that. And we're working on our own life coaching course for Psychic Cafe and the Tarot Guild. And what I said to Charlotte was, life coaching and spiritual coaching courses are actually really good for that, because if you have the right course, they teach you how to be a listener, and listening is the secret to being quiet. Yeah, once you get good at it, you realize that I don't need to be talking all the time, and I don't need to be the first one to talk. There's more power in letting people trip over themselves in their own tongue, and then coming in, then you come in behind that, boom, kind of thing.
Yes.
So I wanted to mention that because it was in the chat there. And then let me find, okay, so Kat had a question, right?
Yes.
Did you get hers down? Because I think she erased something down here. But first, even though she came first, I had already gotten a couple of things. One is Chelpy, and then Glynis has may I have a general reading or pull a card for me, message from the universe is what I like to call it. And so Chelpy was like, what does my boss R think about me? It's another one of those, similar to that other one we had, or I had. in chat about, and part of it was a more complex question about getting that not promotion's not the right word. S was going to sponsor,
Support, sponsor, yes.
and then what does S think? So we're getting a lot of that same kind of vibe, that same kind of question. What does my boss R think about me? And see, a lot of this stuff is psychic peeping Tomming, and I really don't like doing it. But I try to just pull the cards and see what comes up and try to get around doing that psychic peeping Tomming.
Right.
Now, Charlotte absolutely won't even do it. She won't even touch a question like that, or health. And I don't blame her. So, but so this R person is showing up as the emperor, of course, right? And then I get, what does he think about you? I get the Queen of Cups and the Tower card. The Tower card. So the first thing that popped in my head was, like, with that combination was okay, so he thinks you're quiet. Maybe he realizes you're intuitive and has good gut instincts and psychic ability. Even he might not use those words. He might, because it's your boss, he might use words like you have good gut instincts on things and stuff like that, but also quiet, but quietly causing disaster. There's some things going on, apparently. Anyway, I have no idea. Don't know you, don't know the boss, don't even know where you work or what you guys do or anything about you. This is just what's coming up in the cards. So you're going to have to apply that to the situation. That's what he thinks.
Nice.
And let's see. I'm going to see about Glenn. Can you pull? Let's see. Do we have more calls? Okay. It looks like we don't have any calls. If anybody jumps in now in the next 5 minutes, we might be able to take your call at 714-816-4628. We're already like way over time, but we'll do these last couple of questions in chat and then we'll get out of here.
All right.
So you've got Kat, right?
Kat, yes. And Kat's question is, should I pursue legal case regarding my daughter and my health? And so I have the fox and the rider. And I'm going to pair these two together. And with that, we have, again, this is a family-oriented card, the fox. So we're talking about self-care, taking care of your family. I do not see this one as a negative card. But with the rider, I'm seeing that if you're going to do this, you need to do this activity with speed. Okay, there's no time to waste. Okay, because if it's your health, you need to crack on it now, right? So the next two set of cards I got is the stars and the book. Okay, so let's put those two cards together. The book is saying you have to do some research. You got to get all the knowledge together, all your information, all your education, and then you get all of your hopes and dreams. Okay, so I see that you can win this case. If you take it to court, there's a very high possibility of winning this case because these are two very positive cards. However, if you want to win, make sure you have all your ducks in a row and you act quickly. And that's what I have for you. So I hope that is helpful for you.
Awesome sauce. Hey, can you pull a card for Glynis?
Hey.
In Australia. We love when we're so international like this.
Yes.
Yes, and I'm going to pull, let's see, Griselda wants to know, will I be in a relationship this year? There's that other the other person in chat that we can't pronounce the name. I got to see what that question is.
Okay. So for Glennis, there is, let's see if I can pull this card in here. I have got the birds, the tower, and the man. So there is some communication going on. And I don't know if it's positive, I don't know if it's negative, but the communication is going to be in some sort of a government or institutional form. So it also has to do with a male in your life. And I don't know if that is, a spouse, a son, a husband, a lawyer, just it's a male that's coming into your life that you're going to be having communication with. And it is going to be in the form of some sort of government situation.
Look at this. The man coming in, the government situation.
Oh, wow. Yep, there it is.
That's what I didn't tell you, but I was doing a test. That's why I said, oh, Michelle, can you pull a card for her? Because I wanted to see what you got first.
Nice.
And we literally got the same thing. You can't make this stuff up, people. You can't make it up.
No.
I'm telling you. Okay. Oh, so the unpronounceable name, which it's Liliana. Liliana put her name at the end there. I didn't catch that till just now. Hi, Liliana. Hopefully you're still there.
Hi, Liliana.
In the chat. Hold on. I just scrolled away. I got to scroll back. Should I go to a concert in another city? And if yes, should I go to that concert? Should I be alone or with someone else? And this is very interesting right off the bat. Literally go to the concert. Very simple. Very simple. Now,
travel
card. A little more complicated with going with someone else. I'm getting kind of, self-reliance with the strength card and the 10 of sword. I don't think so. I'm getting like a no. The Wheel of Fortune shows up though. I think if anything, you're going to meet people there versus going with people. Does that make sense? That's what I think is going to happen. And I pulled other cards for someone else, which I have no clue I pulled cards for.
Griselda?
Was it Griselda?
Will I be in a relationship this year?
Oh, yes. And you guys know, Michelle, you guys know how I do it, right? Where I start laying the cards out and I'm looking for the guy or the gal to come in, right? And then if it takes me a long time laying out them cards, and lately it's been with a lot of people that have asked that question, it takes a long time. And when you lay out 10 cards before you get to a court card, it's going to be a while, So I started to lay out cards for Griselda and boom, first card. You've got got the Page of Pentacles coming in. Pentacles are earth. So maybe an earth sign, maybe a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn, but definitely someone, even if they're not, a Virgo or a Taurus, whatever, they're somebody down to earth. Okay. And this person, pages are the younger people in the court card. So this person's either chronologically younger or has a younger outlook on things, might be a student, potentially a student. If not a student, they may be a professor or a teacher. That's another possibility. And then along with this, I got, it's like, when's this going to happen? I got the Ace of Wands. I mean, with that showing up, it's like literally you can make it happen now. So there you go. That's what I got, Griselda. I don't think there was any other. Did we get any more phone calls? I don't think there was any more questions in chat. And oh my God, it's already 7:50. I don't want to get to the point where the 90-second warning
right
shows up, so what I'm thinking is, and Kat said, wow, spot on. Thank you. Shelby said, thanks. Glennis says, it's either Glennis or Glennis. See, it's interesting because Glennis McCants, it's with a Y instead of an E. So it's Glennis. So I bet it's Glennis.
Oh,
I bet I'm pronouncing her name wrong, but it's not my fault. I'm just so used to Glennis McCants. She says, Glennis says, listening is the greatest gift you can have. Yes. Griselda says, thank you so much for answering my question. And don't forget, if we don't get to you today, or there's any other questions you have, about the Tarot Guild or becoming a host here on Psychic Talk, or our new website, Psychic Cafe, how to navigate around, how to set up your profile, how to get your custom URL, any questions you have. If we don't get to it tonight, we're at the end here. I'm going to say, join me tomorrow. Ellie's going to be here. Same bat time, same bat channel, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. And that's where she is, San Diego. And I'm on Pacific time right now, too. 6:30 Pacific time, 9:30 p.m. New York, East Coast, all of that there. But we have a phone call we're going to go to, but it has to be really fast. We have to do this really fast. Area code 805.
Hi.
Hello, caller.
Real quick. This is Donna in California. Hi.
How you doing?
My question is, will everything be okay with, I was taking care of him for like 6 years, not getting paid, just we're good friends, and I help him. He's by himself. He's 90. And I was out of town and he fell. So I called the IHSS, and then they called the Adult Protective Services. So now it's like, oh my gosh, is this all going to get sorted out?
This stuff is just, I hate all that stuff. But I mean, I understand the whole thing about protecting children, with the Children Protective Services, protecting the elderly but really, oh my God. I mean, back when I was growing up, we didn't have any of that. And you know what? We all survived.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
We used to drink, we used to drink water out of a hose connected to the faucet on the outside of the house.
Right.
We're not dead.
Nope.
I mean,
totally.
Some of this stuff is just insane.
I know.
I was flipping through YouTube and there was this video, and it was like, and this cop pulls this teenage kid out of the car and slams him down on the ground. When is that ever necessary? This 185-pound cop throws this 100-pound girl onto the cement. There is no reason on God's green earth that you need to ever do something like that to somebody. I don't care what they said to you, did to you, didn't do what you said. I don't care. If they don't have a weapon, what the frack are you doing?
The man fell in the living room, and I wasn't in town to help him.
Yeah, and so what does that have to do with you? So real quick, because we got to get out of here.
I don't know.
Real quick, Donna.
I'm going to call them with him tomorrow. I'm calling the Protective Services with him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. And
right?
it's showing up right here. So here's the Queen of Swords that you're going to be calling, and here is the Page of Swords. And for those of you that can see on YouTube, the Page of Swords, look how the Page of Swords is looking back at the Queen of Swords. Okay. And then the very next card is Justice. Justice will be served.
Yes.
So
Oh, good.
it's talking about
Oh, I'm sorry.
going at this going at this with a clear head and
Oh, definitely, yeah.
no emotion. These are all swords cards I'm getting. Swords. That's thoughts and ideas. That's use being analytical, using your mind, not your emotions. That's what it's all about. And everything's going to be fine. Justice card showed up. You're fine.
Oh, great. Excuse me. Okay, good.
Well,
Wonderful.
Thanks for the call, Donna. We got to bug
All right.
out because we are way over time.
Thank you. Have a great evening. All right.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
And I'm sorry we can't get to any more calls, but write down the phone number 714-816-4628. Call and be the first one in, right? Call in tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Pacific, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. And to make sure, we already told you the secret. You go over to psychic.cafe/coffee, psychic.cafe/coffee, buy us a cup of coffee. Let us know you bought us a cup of coffee in the chat. And guess what? We go right to your call. No waiting. We don't do the card of the day. We don't go to other callers, other questions in chat. We stop everything we're doing. Ellie and I will go right to you tomorrow. We'll take your call. We'll take it right away. We'll spend more time with you. That's how you do it, folks. You buy us a cup of coffee. It's that simple. Anyway, we got to get out of here. And I had a fantastic time. I think this is one of our best shows that we did.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, you had some great readings, great cards. I did. We had great callers, great questions from chat, some unusual questions too. And it went, really, really well.
Yeah.
I was excited. And I am very excited for, let me pop that back up again, if I could find it now, because I got 1,000. I have 1,000 different thingies. I'm going to pop that up.
There it is.
Michelle's Mystic Connor, join us for a journey through all 44 cards, is it?
Yeah, 44 cards.
Yes, it's not a traditional Lenormand. It's the 36 traditional cards plus actually a lot more if it's 44.
I'm sorry, 47.
Oh, okay. So that's 47 is what? 7 more cards?
36.
I think.
11.
11 more. Oh yeah, 11 more cards. I'm sorry. I was adding to 6, not thinking of 30s. That's a lot of cards.
It really is.
That really is. Wow. I can't wait for Sunday now, because you got to show us all the traditional cards and go, okay, and then these are the 11 extra cards that he put in, and we can see how it looks different or what have you.
Yes. Well, some of them are doubles, but they're beautiful.
Okay. Oh, okay. Well, we'll see you all tomorrow night, and we'll see Michelle on Saturday.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.